So you want to be a dungeon master, or maybe you already are, but your players ignore your epic plots, break your world, and end up adopting a goblin named Stabby. Don't worry, I've got you. Here are 3 DM tips to make your world bigger, your choices bolder, and your players actually engaged. Let's go. Tip 1. Scale is everything. You want your players to feel as though they've stepped into a world that is massive, ancient, and alive. So instead of saying you've seen a castle, you see a fortress, its walls stretching hundreds of feet high. Ancient stone withered by centuries of combat. Pick 1 or 2 big details and make them stand out. You want your players to feel it. Tip 2. Actions have consequences. Your party will throw some mad ideas at you. Don't say no, say yes, but just make sure that their choices have weight. You want to slap a king? Okay. Now you're in a dungeon with the executioner outside. I hope you've got a plan. The world should feel alive, and you want your players to try anything. Just make sure that the world reacts accordingly. Consequences make sure that their choices mean something. Tip 3. Don't over-prepare, overreact. You can spend hours of prep time on your main story for your players to get obsessed with a random blacksmith named Greg. I'm not saying don't prepare, I'm just saying get good at reacting. If they want to fixate on Steve the shopkeeper, or maybe Steve is a retired assassin hiding from his past, now you've got a subplot on your hands. Don't try and force your players back on track. Instead, pull their chaos into the world, and then suddenly everything starts to feel planned, even when it's not. At the end of the day, DMing is not about controlling the game, it's about guiding the story. Give your players your world and let them shape it, and be ready for anything. If you've got a wild DMing story, drop it in the comments, give us a like and a subscribe, follow for more DM tips and D&D content. Remember, you control the world, but your players shape the story. See you around the table.